Welcome back to Educator.com. Today's lesson's on arrays. I know we've gone through some arrays with the Ruby data types part 1. If you haven't, be sure to review that. But this gives you a little overscope on some of the more methods and ways you can manipulate and change arrays and create arrays and delete them. So what are arrays? They're ordered integer index collections of objects. They hold objects of different types. So one array, it can hold an integer. It can also hold a string, multiple types in one piece. So let's look at creating an array with a block. So we've already gone over in a past lesson to just do .new with the size, but this time we're actually going to initialize it with this block. What this does is I can actually customize this block to tell it whatever it returns at the last piece of information, that's what's going to initialize as that object. And it uses this index value. So to do this, it requires the parameter size to instantiate the number of elements. So this size is an integer value. And it requires a code block to define the value to set. And this block starts with a value 0 to n minus 1. This actually means the index starts with a value 0 to n minus 1, which is this index value, where n is the size. So for this example here, we have this array.new. I'm trying to get all the odd values, so I'm calling this array.new. It has a size of 10, and here's the index that it starts with. That's 0 to 9. So the first one, it's going to do 0 times 2, which is 0 plus 1, and you'll notice that's 1, it's here. Next one, it's going to start the value 1, so that's 1 times 2 plus 1 equals 3. And it's going to do that for the size of 10. So we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, all the way to 19. And we got our odd values. And remember that this block, you can put what you want to put there. So if you're going to instantiate a new object to fill in this array, you just pass in the constructor to that. So again, I have my odd values here at this last example, but notice I call float with that value, the x value. And what this is going to do, it's going to return that array again, but in float type. So I'm going to get 1.0, 3.00, and that's always going to go to 19.00.